welcome to Stitched Up Weekly episode. I haven't got a clue what episode we're on. I think, obviously last week was 22, I think, and this week should be 23. Yeah, no vlog last week. Really sorry about that, but I did start filming, I think, earlier on in last week. And then we ended up, obviously, you know, this has been going on for a few weeks where my daughter's not been very well. And she finally agreed to come home on Wednesday, so obviously my husband went to get her and bring her home, and there's been a lot going on basically, so it just meant that I ended up thinking, do you know what, I'm just going to miss this week and have a bit of a break, so feel better for that. So, but I've missed you all. You probably noticed there was a vlog that did go up last week. It's been lovely having my daughter home, and we did get the opportunity to do a little bit of sewing, including some fabric that she'd had that she bought the last time she was up here, so that was really nice. Anyway, so yeah, we're back for another week. Today is the first day of society in the UK being fully opened up again, and yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. I guess I'm on my way to work just for a change, but I know, thank you for everybody's comments on my last vlog where I was discussing, you know, feeling a bit burnt out and my work options, etc. I am taking tomorrow off work. I've been off the entire weekend, should have been working Saturday morning, but I cancelled it, and I have cancelled tomorrow as well. So yeah, so I am off tomorrow, and I'm thinking moving forward, well, next week and the week after, I've got Fridays off from my permanent job. I've taken some leave, and then I'm thinking after that I'm probably going to drop my Tuesdays in my locum and just keep the Mondays on until after my holiday in August, although we are anticipating that we might not be going to Cornwall at the end of August now. And I think the reason for that is we're thinking that in July they're probably going to be opening things up a bit more so that you can actually stay away from home. At the moment we can't in the UK. We can go out during the day, but we have to return to our home in the evenings. But the thinking from July, it's rumours that it's going to be opened up. However, it's about what that kind of society is going to be for us and what that new normal is. And I'll be perfectly honest, I think, you know, we've had this holiday booked to Cornwall since before Christmas, and I guess that because a lot of people now that would be going abroad won't be, Cornwall is one of those honeypot areas, and I don't know if I can face just being in lots and lots of crowds of people for a week, on top of social distancing and queuing for things. It just won't feel very much like a holiday. So at this moment in time, I'm not sure if we will be going, but I think what I'm going to do is leave it till sort of mid-July and then make a decision, I think. So that's hanging in the air at the minute. But yeah, so otherwise everything is now opened up from today in the UK, apart from pubs, restaurants and hairdressers, I think. Yeah, and my hairdresser did get back to me the other day, finally. They are hoping to open up again from the 4th of July, so I'm hoping that I can get in with them soonish after that to get my hair sorted, because I am desperately needing to get my hair sorted. She has said that if I want to take my extensions out, that I can just use baby oil and massage that into where they're bonded and it will come out, but I'm a bit nervous about doing that because I have one at the top of my head here, and just above the extension it's slipped and it's quite matted in my hair, and I'm worried about if I take them all out that I'm going to have loads of areas like that in my normal hair that's a bit matted that will need properly sorting out, and I haven't got the skill to do that. So I think I'd rather just leave it and wait until I get to the hairdressers and they can sort it. So for now it'll just be tied up as it is when I'm out and about. What else can I tell you? So yeah, Bronte's home. It's lovely to have her home. She's planning to stay for probably a couple of weeks, I think. And she's still not well. This is going to be a long-term thing with her, I think. Yeah, she's developed a bit of a long-term chronic condition, which is going to take some time to get on top of. She's got no energy. She's lost all her fitness, and you know, she's not feeling great at all. So, but you know, at least we've got her under our roof now, so that's good. So Martin's at home today anyway with her, and then that's the reason I'm taking tomorrow off, so I can be with her tomorrow. But I will be at work the rest of the week. It's a bit foggy this morning, but the last couple of days what we've had in Yorkshire is fog like this first thing in the morning, and then lunchtime it's come out really nice and warm in the afternoon. So I'm at work till 5 today, and yeah, did many of you join the sewing weekender then? I think there were lots of people joining the sewing weekender this weekend just gone, and I think, well, yeah, there were lots of comments on Instagram about it. It looked really good actually. I didn't join in with it, and the main reason for that was I left it till last week anyway to decide whether I was going to join it, but then when my daughter was coming home, just thought, you know, I'd not seen my daughter for 3 months, and I thought I can't be spending the entire weekend sat watching different people on the computer when I've got my daughter home. So I decided not to participate this time, but by all accounts it looked really good. Hope you enjoyed it if you were all part of it. I didn't even get much chance to join in with Sean's hangout yesterday. I think I did a quick hello, and that was about it really. I did go for a run yesterday. It was my first run in 2 weeks since I last ran with Judy a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, I didn't run again because obviously I've had this problem with my hip, as you all know, and when I ran with Judy it still was niggling just a little bit, so I thought, you know what, just give it a little bit longer before I do it again. And I'm pleased to say when I went for a run yesterday, nothing at all, no niggle, absolutely nothing. So I'm pretty convinced it's healed, and that means that I can run more now, hopefully, and build myself back up again. So that's good. So I'm a little bit achy this morning because it's the first bit of exercise I've done for a fortnight, and then I am planning to go for another run tomorrow and try and do sort of 5k a couple of times during the week, and then at the weekend build my long run up by a mile each time. So I did about, well, what did I do yesterday? About just under 3.5, I think. So I think I'm going to aim for between 4 and 5 next weekend. But do another 5k tomorrow, and then we'll take it from there. We'll see how it goes. Good morning, happy Tuesday. So I'm not working today, which is just fantastic. I've got serious bed hair going on this morning. It's 8 o'clock. I'm just about to have a coffee, and then I'm going to head out for a run. It's looking a bit foggy at the minute. We've been having some really foggy mornings up in Yorkshire the last few days, and then it comes out nice and sunny later on. Bronte is still in bed, Isaac's gone to college, Martin's gone to work, so it's just me on my own at the minute, which is quite nice. And normally I would be on my way to Cottingham right now, but as I say, I've taken today off, listening to all your feedback, listening to my family's feedback, and obviously with Bronte being up as well, I decided that I wouldn't go in today. So I have the whole day to do whatever I please, which is quite nice. I have, oh, let me show you actually. I have cut out another pattern. Cut it out on Sunday evening, actually quite late. But I have cut out the Saraste top by Named Clothing, which is in there Breaking the Pattern book. If I can just open the page, I will show you. Right, so this is it here, and I have made it before. I made it when the book first came out. A couple of years ago now, is it, I think? And yeah, that top is, I made it out of viscose, and it was a little bit big, but the collar ended up fraying off, so I don't wear it anymore. I've tried repairing it and I just can't get it right, so that's going to be binned unfortunately. But I bought some lovely fabric from Lovely Manjit from Dewsbury, Lucky Fashions, very similar to the fabric that I had before, but this one is grey and white, cotton lawn. Beautiful. So I've cut that out in that, and I'm going to get that sewn up. Hopefully I might get a chance to do that today. Bronte's been filling her time doing some embroideries. She did this little Winnie the Pooh the other day. She's Winnie the Pooh mad, has been since she was a little girl. And she's also done, she's working on a rose at the moment. She actually did me a flamingo a couple of nights ago, which was is really lovely. Actually, I'll show you that later because I think she's put it up in my sewing room where she's sleeping. So seeing the little picture we've got up there, we still haven't painted these walls. I'm thinking that we're just going to fill them ourselves and get on and do it, because there's just no knowing when our plasterer is going to be able to come and do them. Yeah, so we're just not getting anywhere with that, and I'm starting to get really sick of seeing the mess. So I think we're probably just going to do the bits we need to do ourselves, get it filled and finished, hopefully. Martin's going to be hopefully working on the canopy, which is that bit there, this weekend. And yeah, so hopefully once Bronte's up, the sun will come out a bit later, but before it does, I want to get my run done because I hate running in the sun, it's just too much. Right, I'm going to have my coffee and I'll catch up with you soon. Bronte and I are going to be sewing together this afternoon, so I have, well, there she is, just in the background there. I've got out my old Janome sewing machine. That's well, it's not the first sewing machine I have, it's actually the second one, but I keep it as a spare since I got my faff a couple of years ago. And so I've just got that out, and Bronte's going to be sewing up on that while I sew up the Saraste shirt by Named Clothing. What are you sewing, Bronte?
Making another headband.
She's making a headband. And she also wants to make a sausage dog as well. You know, a few weeks ago I made her a sausage dog and took that down when we went to see her. And she wants to make another, so I've dug that pattern out as well. So yeah, she's making headbands and sausage dogs. I'm making a shirt. Good morning, happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday today. I am all ready for work. I've got to head off in about 10 minutes, and I thought I would just quickly show you how the Saraste top is coming on. Didn't get it finished yesterday. I'm not as quick at sewing when my daughter's home, put it that way. So anyway, I'll show you how far I've got. So I have got the flounces in, and it's all French seamed on the inside. If you have a look, I've even French seamed where the flounces are, so I'm really pleased with how that's looking. I'm at the point now where I need to sew up the side seams and put the collar on. The collar is done, I just need to put that on, and then it's going to be buttons and button bands and bias binding the armholes. So if I just turn this over, there we go, hopefully you can see that. So this is the other side of it from the back, and the flounces go all the way over into the side seam at the back as well. These flounces are double faced, as you can see, so there's no raw edges on there, which is really nice. I really like that, and yeah, it's coming on okay, so I'm hoping I might get a bit more done on it tonight. I did have to stop yesterday because I had a glass of juice and threw it all over the top, so I had to wash it and hang it out, otherwise I'd have probably got a little bit more done. But yeah, really pleased with how it's coming on. So this is Bronte's sausage dog as she's getting on with it. She's not got very far. She's got all the pattern pieces cut out. She's doing contrasting pink ears. These were just some fat quarters that I had in my stash. This is our little setup. She's got my old Janome SMD 3000 machine that I've had. This was one of the first machines that I bought actually in there before I upgraded to my faff. So yeah, she's going to be on her own today, probably messaging me and asking me bits and pieces, but yeah, I'm heading off to work in a few minutes. Hi and happy Friday. So I've just finished work, I'm utterly exhausted and just got home, and I thought I would show you the Saraste shirt. I've almost finished it. I've just got the bottom hem to do and the buttons and button band, and yeah, it's nice, I really like it, but one flounce is not laying the same as the other, which is a bit strange, but anyway, I'll show you and you can have a look. So yeah, this is here, this side, it's laying lovely. I've got the gathers really nice, but this side just doesn't seem, I don't know, it's just not the same. And even when I'm wearing it, one of the flounces, I don't think it's that one, I think it's that one, is sort of sticking out a bit when I've got it on, but I've made self bias binding, and I've bias bound all the armholes. Collar is on, that went on fine, and it's all, as I mentioned before, it's all totally French seamed. I've just pinned it on my mannequin. It is a little bit tight, but it'll be fine. So I just need, I'm just a little bit disappointed, but that flounce there is not lying flat, and this one is. Maybe it just needs a really good press. I have pressed this, but maybe it needs a better press, so we'll see. Anyway, I've come home from work, and Bronte's going to show you her little sausage dogs that she's made, aren't you? So, what do you have to say?
Well, this one was my first attempt.
Yeah.
And I really like the fabric, and I wish this had been my second attempt. Because his ears are slightly out of sync.
Bless him.
But he still looks cute.
Yeah.
And then this one's my second one.
Yeah.
And he went a bit better.
Did he? Well, that's really good.
He seems to be balancing on one leg at the back.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
And then
dogs do that sometimes when they need to go to the toilet.
And then there's your embroidery.
Yeah, the embroideries. So she's done these embroideries, which are amazing. She did this one for me first. I mean, I love flamingos, as you all know. So this is taking pride of place up in my sewing room. I'm not sure if I've already shown you this, but you'll see it again if I already have. Anyway, and then she did this one for me as well. So this is Dory from Finding Nemo, and those of you that don't know this film, we had to endure it day after day after day when my son was little. It was his favourite film, and Dory's phrase in that film is "just keep swimming." So Bronte did a bit of a take on that and embroidered "just keep sewing." So yeah, so they're really cool. So they're going to be up in my sewing room, which is really, really nice. I wanted to show you these fabrics as well. I have bought some bamboo jersey. This is bamboo jersey from Race Stitch down in London, and it came yesterday, and oh my word, this is beautiful fabric. The reason I've got this is because I want to make a couple of running tops. I have a running top vest, which is a drapey tencel elastane fabric actually, and it's a ready-to-wear one. I've never seen tencel elastane fabric to purchase as a fabric, but I really like it. It's nice and drapey, it's fairly loose fitting, it's cool to wear, and sweat wicking as well. So I thought, well, this is the next best thing, and Ray Stitch have got these fabrics in lots of different colours. Really liked this sort of dusky pinky colour and this petrol blue. So I got a metre of each, and they're really wide. They're about 165 centimetres wide, so there's more than enough here to get a couple of running tops out of it. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy the existing running vest that I've already got. I'm just going to trace around it and use that as a guide to make another couple of running tops. I would like to get some more of this fabric. They've got it in, as I say, they've got it in loads of different colours, and now I've seen this. I mean, it's not cheap, it's £16 a metre, but when I think I would probably pay more than £16 for a running top anyway, then yeah, I think it's going to be worth it. So yeah, so they're my fabric purchases this week. Good morning, happy Sunday. So I didn't film anything yesterday. We had a really busy day, haven't done any sewing at all. Martin is currently building the mantle there. So we weren't doing that yesterday, he was doing that yesterday.
Yeah, thank you. I was doing that yesterday. I'm still doing it now.
And yeah,
Slave driven yet again.
So he had to throw me off the dining room table where my sewing machine was, so that he could use that to cut wood.
Yeah, we all cut wood in the dining room.
And
we do things rather unconventionally in this house. And yeah, so now it's Sunday morning. I've been for a run. I went for a run yesterday. I did 5 miles, which I'm really pleased about. I've done another 3 this morning. And I've just had a shower. I have dried my hair off a little bit, but it's obviously still really wet. I can't cool down at all, it's so warm. And we're just going to go pick up my dad because it's Father's Day, so we thought we'd bring him over for a few hours. So Bronte's here, bleached out there in the conservatory. Let's come and say hello. Yeah, so that's what we're up to today. I haven't done any more on the Saraste shirt. I'm just spinning you around there, which is still there pinned on my mannequin. I'm not sure if I'm going to get a chance to get anything like that done today, to be honest. So I'm wearing my jumpsuit that I made last week.
Very nice it is too.
That I did the pattern review on with Bronte. So yeah, not much sewing going on at the minute because we're just up to our eyes in renovations. Yeah, so I'm going to go get my dad and I'll probably catch up with you later. So it's now Sunday afternoon. Martin is still fixing the extractor. He's doing really well actually. Dad's gone home. He's been here for a couple of hours, which was really nice, reminiscing about his earlier life. So yeah, it's going all right. I'll show you what he's doing. There he is, just up there, look. Working hard, aren't you, darling?
Doing my best.
I've made a cheesecake as well, so we're going to have that for tea, aren't we? What more would you want to do on Father's Day?
Drink.
Drink beer?
Yeah, it's getting on towards beer o'clock.
Okay. Good morning, happy Monday. So I thought I would just come on to you just to sign off for last week's Stitched Up Weekly. Well, this week's Stitched Up Weekly. It's going to be a new week today. Can you see the canopy in the background? So yeah, for those of you that are interested, extractor plan is all in and working now. Obviously the back part is all going to be tiled, and then there's a oak beam that's going to go across, and it all needs painting and filling and everything, but it looks really good. The has lights on it. There we go. So which is really cool, and obviously an extractor fan as well, which I'm sure you all know what one of those is. Yeah, it's been a busy week. Obviously we've got Bronte up, as you know, at the minute, and last week was a really busy week. Didn't get much time to film, so I don't know how long this vlog's going to be this week or how interesting it's going to be, because there's not a lot of sewing in it. I'm itching to get back into my sewing, but we've just been, you know, things have really escalated getting on with our kitchen. We've got the plasterer coming this week. Yeah, so he's coming one evening just to have a look at what needs doing and get that finished off, and then we can get all the painting done. I've got some tile samples on order waiting for those to arrive, and then we can see what that's going to look like when it's done. So I thought I'd show you this as well. I'm sure you've seen these before. Any of you that follow Lisa Comfort will have seen those before. It's one of their Karachi jugs, and they've got them in a few different colours actually. And I really wanted the teal one because I thought it would look really nice in here, but they were sold out while we've been through lockdown. And then I noticed last week that they had some in stock again, so I bought one. So that was good, and I love it actually. It's really nice, really colourful. So I've got some nice colourful flowers in, which is cool. And yeah, I am heading to work this morning. I'm wearing, this is a ready-to-wear top actually. I bought this from Tesco's on Saturday, which is just a nice little plain cream knitted top, because I'm so short of plain things like this in summer just to wear with trousers and things for work. So I bought this, and I'm wearing my palazzo pants. There we go. So these are the palazzo pants that I made at the beginning of June, was it? Or May? It might have been the beginning of May actually. Yeah, I think these were the ones that I made at the beginning of May, and it's the first time I've worn them today because, as I say, I just didn't have the right tops to wear with them. A lot of my nice tops are all patterned, so yeah, so when I saw this in Tesco's, they had it in black and white, I thought, well, I'll just get one of those and it'll be fine. So yeah, it's a beautiful day. It's always the case, isn't it, when you have to go back to work, that the weather is beautiful. But yeah, on to work. I am tying my hair up all the time now because the extensions are appalling. I did consider taking them out, because it's going to be another 2 weeks until hairdressers open here in the UK, but I don't think, obviously extensions take time to do, and I can't imagine that my hairdresser is going to be able to get me in that first week anyway, so I'm looking at least another 3 weeks I think before I can have my extensions taken out and redone. And I did consider taking them out myself. She told me I could just use baby oil to loosen the bonds and everything and they'd come out, but there's under here there's quite a few that are all sort of really matted together, and I'm really concerned that even if I get them out, my hair's gonna be a mess that I can't sort. So I think I'm better off just leaving it alone and waiting until I can get in with my hairdresser and get her to sort it. So I'm gonna do that, but it just means I need to tie it up all the time now because they're so low that they blow back and they just look messy, they look awful. So yeah, it's just been one of those things, hasn't it, that nobody anticipated that we would
not have any hairdressers for so long. And I foolishly got hair extensions, you know, a month before the lockdown. So anyway, with hindsight's a wonderful thing, isn't it? But I'm sure it'll be fine when it's all sorted. So yeah, what time are we on? Oh, I've got about 5 minutes to finish my coffee and then head off to work. So I hope you've enjoyed this week's vlog. I'm sorry if it's not been as interesting as normal. As I say, it's been difficult this week with my daughter being at home and us getting on with the kitchen, etc. So not a lot of sewing time, but I hope you've enjoyed it anyway, because I wasn't here last week, was I? And hopefully this coming week will be better. So I will see you all again next week. Take care, bye.